teachers, it is me again, the science lady. I just had a little lesson in equivalent fractions from Mrs. Collinsworth, and oh, she showed me something that is so cool. I'm going to show you. It's chocolate in math. You can use candy bars. Well, let's look at this. This is where you are now. Make sure you watch this next video for another lesson because it helps you if you listen to things in more than one way from more than one person. Then on the next slide, you have an anchor chart that's going to show you. Make sure you look at these. Then here is another anchor chart. This is going to help you too with what I'm about to show you. So if I show you this, we have some number lines on this board. And if you've noticed, it goes from 0 to 1 whole to 2 whole. But this one is divided into fewer parts than this one. So we are going to turn a length model, a linear length model, into an area model like we learned earlier in the year. We're going to do that by pretending it's chocolate bars. So I'm going to go, here's 0 to 1 whole candy bar. And this is 0 to 1 whole candy bar. This has one line, so I see, two parts. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals 2/2, which is 1 whole. Then down here it goes, it makes 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. But if we look here, this 1/2 is at the same point on the number line as this. So we see, here is 1/2, and here is 1, 2, 2/4. If we look at this whole part. So the 1/2 is the same amount as, equivalent to 2/4. That is when you have two number lines. Now, what if you just have one number line? Well, you can do the same thing. You look, and this number line has little lines above and some different little lines below. So we go from 0 to 1 whole candy bar, and we go and trace this up, and we see two equal parts. So 1/2 and 1/2. Then we do this here. We make the candy bar. We go from 0 to 1 whole and trace these little marks down, and we see 4 parts. And on the same point, these two are on the same point on the number line. So this is 1/2, and this is 1/4, 2/4. So we know that 1/2 is equal to, another word is equivalent, also means it's the same amount as 2/4. And this helps you. It helped me so much. I learned so much this morning. So that is what your lesson's about. Make sure you listen to the other teacher video. Then you come down. Here is another video. It's a very good one too. Make sure you listen. This will help you to make sure it gets all solid in your noggin. Then you're going to go in your Google Classroom to your teacher's Google Classroom, and in the Your Work section, you will see equivalent fraction practice. It gives you some fun practice. You will see the problem of the day. Then make sure you do, here's your Imagine Math pathway for the week, representing equivalent fractions on a number line. Make sure you go there and do your path. Pass at least 2 lessons or more. We love more, but at least 2. Then, and try to finish that path. Then the next thing is, after you've completed everything, you go to your teacher's Google Classroom again in the Your Work, and this is the one that's for pass-fail. You do the equivalent fractions on a number line assignment. And you do that, you turn it into your teacher, and you wait for her to give you feedback. Make sure you press the turn-in button. Then your teacher will give you feedback and tell you, yay, you passed, or let's look at this. And then you look again. Make sure you look back. Then the next thing is the challenge from last week. I'm going to tell you the answer in a moment. Bye-bye. Okay.